Blade, Moon Knight, Kamala Khan, RiRi Williams, and so many more, Marvel Animation holds nothing back in making Marvel Zombies the best project they've done so far. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review Marvel Zombies, the newest project from Marvel Animation that dropped on Disney Plus today. 4 episodes were released today, and I have to say that this is easily the best project they've done so far, and that's coming off of the heels of Eyes of Wakanda that was also pretty fantastic. What I just love so much about the show is it goes all into the grittiness, to the brutality, the violence. It doesn't hold anything back. It's pretty bloody, and some of the deaths are pretty crazy. Even in an animation format, I just really appreciate how they leaned into the content of zombies. They didn't hold back, and it just really made it enjoyable when those action sequences happened. It was so fun to watch. What really sold this show for me was the characters, the character development across all 4 episodes. Marvel goes deep in the bench in pulling out some of these characters. They go across Infinity Saga and Multiverse Saga. They bring characters in that I frankly didn't expect to see in this show, like Baron Zemo running a city at the sea, which is pretty crazy. They bring back Shang-Chi and Katie working with Agent Jimmy Woo from the FBI, which was insane, and their dynamics was really fun. They also brought back characters that are really minuscule, like Kamar-Taj characters that we saw in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, a couple sorcerers that didn't really have speaking roles in that movie, but had important parts in this film. And so I just love how they pulled from different eras of the MCU, bringing these characters together and having them work in this way. It worked really, really well. And each character that they introduced had real purpose. They weren't just a cameo, something to get us fans excited to see this character again. They had real purpose, specifically the character of Blade Moon Knight. You know, us fans have been yearning for Blade to show up in some capacity. And because of all the drama that we've seen behind the scenes with trying to get that movie made, and his character serves a great purpose in this show in driving the plot forward. And so I really enjoyed how they did that, not only with his character, but with other characters as well. But the events of the show take place about 5 years after the What If episode that was What If Zombies, that debuted in that season 1 of that show. And the zombie epidemic has spread, the virus has spread. There's so many zombies everywhere. And we see Kamala Khan at the top of the show. Kamala Khan, Kate Bishop, and RiRi Williams come across a transmitter device that they learn could help transmit help for the Nova Corps to help end the virus for good. And so the show takes place over 4 episodes, mainly with Kamala Khan going and leading this mission to try to save Earth. And what I really appreciate is the stakes of this show. Because I think for me, I thought going in that all these characters would kind of make it, that it's important that they're there to keep interest going. But no, they kill right off the bat. Kate Bishop is destroyed by zombie Captain Marvel. RiRi Williams is bitten as well. Like, it was completely surprising for me to see that. And it was great because, again, it really laid out that, hey, people are going to die. Nobody is safe in this show. And it really elevated the stakes as we didn't know if some of our favorite characters were going to make it out alive or not. Kamala meets Blade Moon Knight. They lead the charge. They end up tag teaming eventually with Shang-Chi, with Katie, with Jimmy Woo in that pack, as well as teaming up with Yelena Belova and Alexei, Red Guardian, and they sort of form this main crew of, again, trying to accomplish this mission of getting Kamala to space and getting out of the atmosphere to be able to transmit this message. I think making Miss Marvel the lead of the show was really smart because she really is the heart of it. And Iman Vellani does a great job in this voice acting role of portraying what made her character, or what makes her character so enjoyable on screen, is that genuineness, that sincereness. She's really sincere in wanting to do the right thing, and that really translates well to this show. And so she was a great choice to have it to be the lead of leading this mission, because when she feels things, I think we too as the audience feels things too, especially losing Kate and RiRi at the beginning of this show and losing Alexei to the virus as well. You really feel those moments because of her being in the lead, and it was a really great choice to make her that. I really also enjoyed the connections to the Infinity Saga, specifically in episode 3. Episode 3 is my favorite of the 4. We open up in that Wakanda setting in the Battle of Infinity War where Thanos is there, and they do a really cool job of tying in how zombie Thanos kind of had the same goal of kind of wiping out the universe, and how T'Challa made this sacrifice to prevent that from happening. And it still hit emotionally seeing T'Challa, seeing Black Panther in this show, you know, obviously with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, it was still emotional to see that, and especially knowing that they didn't give him a speaking role either. And so I think it was like a way to honor the character in that way by making him have this sacrifice and seeing that play out. But it was a really cool connection to Infinity Wars. We got the grand entrance from Thor and Rocket and Groot, and also met with the brutality of the show of seeing zombie Thanos literally obliterate Rocket Raccoon to a skeleton, and to see him, you know, give Thor a very vicious scar on his face as well. And so again, the show doesn't hold back in the violence, but it was really cool to see the connections to the Infinity Saga in that way. And we have to give a shout out to our queen, Wanda Maximoff. She was a fantastic villain in the show. I think even greater than her antagonistic role in Multiverse of Madness that we saw come out in that movie a few years ago. They really lean into the villainy elements that character can have, and she was so good, especially in that third episode, I believe, when she tricks, you know, she comes across as being human, and oh, this is all a lie, and we see the mirage of the food that the Asgardians were eating go away, and it turns out they're eating, you know, zombie flesh, and they all turn into zombies because she's building this army to take down Bruce Banner Hulk, who after the events of T'Challa sacrificing himself kind of took on all of the Infinity Stone energy and is this kind of this ultimate being, this ultimate powerful person. And so she's recruiting all these people to take him down. But that scene when she kind of reveals herself and fully leans into that villain arc there was really well done, because you almost believed her, and having Elizabeth Olsen back to voice her in that way was really cool too. And it just was really believable. Oh, maybe she is not what they're making her seem to be, only for it to reveal that she is this big bad. And she really delivered a great performance. It was really cool to see her in that full-on villain role, again, more so than we got in Multiverse of Madness. But I think a lot of people are going to be talking about the ending of this show, and deservedly so, because the ending battle is absolutely insane. Kamala and crew going full-on force with the zombie horde. It was absolutely insane. Some of them were brutal deaths in that sequence, especially when you had the giant zombies and you had the like unstoppable Hulk just obliterating everybody. It was absolutely crazy. It was really fun to watch. And I think having, again, Kamala at the heart of the show, you really feel the decision that she needs to make at the end of it, because Wanda is teasing her and saying, hey, I really need your help. For real, like, I need your help. If you don't help me, then we're not gonna be able to stop this at all. And she's seeing all of her friends that she's made along the way suffer, being bitten, die essentially. And she remembers the people that she lost previously as well, and she falls for that. She falls for Wanda's temptations. We see them join hands. We see them then touch Hulk. And then we get a ending scene that is pretty bonkers, where it makes it feel like, okay, everything was undone, only for it to be proved a lie. We see the real RiRi kind of breaking through her consciousness there and saying, don't believe this, it's fake. And then we get a cut to black. And so I immediately need season 2 to resolve how this show is going to end. I just love the choice to keep the ending open-ended, because it definitely communicates that this story isn't over yet. There's more to tell. They want to keep telling more of this story. Heck, make this into a full-fledged movie, please, because I would eat that up. I mean, this really did kind of feel like a 4-part movie in a sense, with how the episodes really flowed together. Make a feature film. I will be the first to buy a ticket, but at least give me a season 2 of this show, because there are so many different ways to continue this story. I'm gonna be pretty bold here. I don't think that Marvel Zombies is just the best Marvel animation project that they've done. I think it might be one of Marvel Studios' best period projects that they've done, especially in the post-Endgame era. This show has everything. It has heart, it has emotion, it has incredibly amazing fight scenes, it has blood, brutality. It's insane, again, the level of action that this show has. But it's so good, it's so worth checking out. And I just think it's that well done that it ranks way high up there in some of the best stuff that we've ever seen in the MCU. But if you saw Marvel Zombies, let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. Curious to know how you felt about it. What are you looking forward to in a potential season 2? If you like this video, guys, leave a like, subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in.